I'd like to welcome you here to our presentation. If we haven't met yet, my name is Kathy Meir and I'm the art teacher at St. Stephen's Academy and I direct the plays. And tonight we'll be performing William Shakespeare's Midsummer Night's Dream. And the performers are 3rd through 7th graders and they've been working really hard to memorize all their lines. They've done a great job. You'll really enjoy it. I'd like to ask you right now, if you haven't already done so, to silence your cell phones and to let you know that there's no flash photography or anything that lights up, no iPods or no texting, any of that kind of thing. Any kind of light might distract the actors and actresses, and we don't want them to fall off of the stage. So that's right, turn all that off. Thanks, guys. So without any further ado, I think we will go ahead and start. Thanks for coming. Oh, one more thing. We will have an intermission, and during intermission, if you haven't already done so, you can order photo CDs. The slideshow that was running before the show is available for sale, as well as we are videotaping tonight, and a DVD will be available in a week or so for you to purchase. You can order those tonight, and we can have those ready. There are roses and chocolates in the lobby, so you can purchase those for your favorite actors and actresses, and I think they wouldn't mind afterwards if you asked for an autograph. That would be kind of fun. So we'll go ahead and start. Welcome.
Now, Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks, how the old moon wanes. It lingers my desires, like a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man ravine.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in nights. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to murmurs. Awakes the pert and nimble spirit of the mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals, for the pale companion is not for a pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love doing the injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp and triumph and revelry.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What is the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord. This man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, my gracious duke. This man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law, immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
But in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of man, for I, in shady cloister mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitfulest moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as you would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy grace title to my certain right.
You have a father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes everywhere is fairly ranked. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not then I prosecute my right?
Demetrius, come, and Aegeus, go along with me. I have some private schooling for you both. As for you, Hermia, look, you arm yourselves to fit the fancies of your father's will, to death or to a vow of a single life. Come, my Hippolyta. Demetrius and Aegeus, I must employ you in some business against our nuptial confer, and something that merely concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteen them from the tempest of mine eyes.
I me, for aught that I could ever read, or ever hear by tale or by history, the course of true love never did run smooth.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged too young?
Or else to sit upon the choice of friends.
Oh, mourn, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there was sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentaneous as shadow, short as a dream, swift as any dream. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If true lovers were ever crossed, it stands as an edicted destiny. Then let us teach our child patience because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion, therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house, remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. Steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did thee meet once with Helena, there will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither way? Call you me fair, that fair again unsay? Demetrius loves your fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air. My ear shall catch your voice, my eye, your eye. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius' heart. I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. Would that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill. I give him curses, yet he gives me love. Oh, that my prayers could such affection move. The more I hate, the more he follows me. The more I love, the more he hateth me. Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place, and in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us. How happy some, or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is when Cupid painted blind? I will go tell him of fair Hermes' flight, and to the woods he will tomorrow night. Pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have faith, it is a dear expense. But mean I to enrich my pain, to have the sight thither and back again? Is our company here?
You are best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here are the scrolls of every man's name, which is thought fit throughout Athens to plan our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day and night.
But first, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Merry our play is. It is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and the men. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom, Libra.
Ready. Name part-time for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
It is a lover that kills himself whilst gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure to the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. Now name the rest of the players. This is Ercles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender. Here, Peter Quince. Flute, you must take Thisbe on you. What is Thisbe? A wandering knight? It is the lady Pyramus must love. Nay, faith, let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming. That's all one. You shall play in mask, and may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe! Pyramus lover, dear. Thy Thisbe, dear, and lady, dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling, tailor. Here, Peter Quince. You, Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, take her. Here, Peter Prince. You, Pyramus's father, myself, Thisbe's father, and here I hope is a place hidden. Snug the joiner. You the lion's part.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart.
Good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again! Let him roar again!
On you should do it too terribly. You would fright the ladies and the duchess.
I grant you, friends, if you should fright the ladies out of their wits, so that I will roar you as gently as any dove. I will roar you and twere any nightingale.
You can play no part for Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day. A most gentleman-like man. Therefore, you needs must play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
But masters, here are your parts, as I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come by tomorrow night and meet me at the Palace Wood, a mile south of town by the moonlight. And there we will rehearse. If we meet in the town, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I shall draw a bill of properties such as a play treats on. Pray you, fill me on.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously.
Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
How now, spirits, whither wander you? Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. Those be rubies, fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, all be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing, fell in wrath, because that she is her attendant hath. A lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a child, and jealous Oberon would have the boy, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he?
Thou speak'st aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal, while sometime their guy in a gossip's bowl. But boom, fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon. Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady.
Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air, full often hath she gossiped by my side and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands. But she, being mortal of that boy, did die, and for her sake do I love her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance, till after Theseus' wedding day, if you will patiently dance in it round, and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I shall spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide down our, if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this wood shall I commend thee for this injury. My gentle puck, come hither. Fetch me that flower that herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dealt with the next eye of creature that it sees. Fetch me that flower and be thou here again.
I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey or busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ne'er I do take this charm from off her sight, as I can with another herb. I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where's Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they are stolen unto this wood.
You draw me, you hard-hearted Adam, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather not in plainest truth tell you, I do not, or I cannot love you.
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on you.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of someone that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night.
Your virtue is my privilege, for you and my respect are all the world. And how can it be said I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I will not say that question. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I will do thee mischief in the wood.
I, the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. We would be wood, and we're not made to be.
Fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where ox slips and the nodding violets grows, quite over canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses and elegantine. There sleeps the Tanya sometime in the night, full these flowers with dances and delight. There the snake throws her enameled skin, weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with this juice I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove a sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he has on. Effect it with some care that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love, and meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so. Come. Now, a round will end with early song. Then to your offices and let me rest. Slaves with feathers nice, for hedgehogs be not seen. Youth and vibrant, no wrong, have not near our fairy queen. Farewell now with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Even spiders come not near, hence your long legs bitter Now hence, away, now all is well. One aloof stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it lynx or cat or bear, leopard or bull with bristled hair, in thy eye he shall appear. When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faked with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I have forgotten our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander, find you out a bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both, one heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one trough.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off, do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence.
But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off than human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far, be distant, and good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter to thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I, and life end when I am loyalty. Here is my bed, and sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be closed. Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence. Do not haunt me thus.
Wilt thou darkly leave me? Do not so.
Stay on thy peril. I alone will go.
But who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead or asleep? See no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, and through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on the sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. But though he love your Hermia, Lord, what though? But Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent. The tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not exchange a raven for a dove. And reason becomes the marshal to my will, which leads me to your eyes, which I o'erlook. Love's richest stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born, when at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Oh, that a lady of one man refused, should another therefore be abused?
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit of the sweetest things, a deepest loathing to the stomach brings, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, what a dream was here. Lysander, look why I do quake with fear. We thought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at this cruel prey. Lysander, what? Removed. Lysander, Lord. What? Out of hearing? Gone. No sound, no word. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, Pat, and here's a marvelous and convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, and this hawthorn brake our tavern house. And we will do it in action, as we will do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince,
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
there are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
Beer Lakin, a hilarious fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords. And tell them that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, we shall set a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion? I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves. To bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must be written to tell he is not a lion.
Nay, he must name his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck. And he himself must speak through, saying thus or to the same defect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble, my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. And there indeed let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug the Joiner.
Aye, but there are two hard things. That is to bring moonlight into the great chamber, or Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight. Doth the moon shine that night though we play our play?
A calendar, look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why, then may you leave a casement to the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with lanthorn dog and bush of thorns, and so he comes to disfigure or represent the person of moonshine. But there is another hard thing, that is to bring wall into the great chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe says the story, talk through a chink of a wall. It can never bring in a wall. You know, what do you say, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, some loam, or some rough cast about him, to signify wall. And let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
If that may be, then all is well. Come sit down and rehearse your parts, every mother's son. Pyramus, you begin, and once you have spoken your speech, enter into that break, and so everyone according to his cue. What hemped-in homespun have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen? What a play toward Albion auditor, an actor too, perhaps if I see cause. Pyramus, you begin. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odors!
Odors, savors sweet, so hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice, stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Must I speak now? Aye, Mary must do, for you must understand that he was but to see a voice that he heard, and is to come again. Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile, and eke most lovely Jew, as truest horse that yet may never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb. Ninny's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. You speak all parts at once. Cues and all, Pyramus enter. Your cue is cast. It is never tired. Oh, as truest horse that yet may never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous, oh, strange. Pray, masters, fly, master, come. I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire, and neigh and bark and roar and grunt and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire at every turn.
Why did they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me feared.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee, thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make a fool of me, to frighten me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing. They shall hear that I am not afraid. The ousel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with little quill.
What angel wakens me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain-sung cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed who would cert his word to so foolish a bird? Who would give a bird the lie, though he cry cuckoo never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eyes enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, perforce, doth move me, on first view, to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so either.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my estate. And I do love thee, therefore, go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal's grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom.
Ready.
Cobweb.
And I.
Moth.
And I.
And mustard seed.
And I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honeybags steal from the humblebees, and for night tubers crop their rocks and thighs, and light them before the fire golem's eyes, to have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Not your elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal.
Hail, hail.
Hail.
Hail! Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower.
I wonder if the time yet be awake. If so, what was it that first came in her eye, in which she must dote on an extremity? Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night will know about this haunted grove?
My mistress with the monsters above, near to her close and consecrated bower. While she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals, were met together to rehearse a play, intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The show was thick-skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. Some thorns and briars at their apparel snatch, some hats, some sleeves from yielders, all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, and thus sweet Pyramus translated there, when, in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet lodged the Athenian sighs with the love juice, as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian maid by his side, that when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
But stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loved you so? Labor so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but charm that I should use thee worse, for thou I hast fear has given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being our shoes in blood, plunge in the deep, and kill me too.
You spend your passion on a mid-prize mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught I can tell.
Tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what shall I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more, and from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce fane. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For death, the bankrupt sweet, doth sorrow low. And in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite. Thou hast laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must of force ensue a true love turned, and not a false turn true.
Then fate o'errules the one man holding troth, a million fail confounding oath on oath.
About the wood goes swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens looked out fine, all fancy, sick, and pale of cheer, the sighs of love that cost the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink an apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here 10, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone. And these things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows stillborn, and in their nativity all truth appears. How can these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing a badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunning more and more when truth kills truth and devilish only fray. These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me put into scales, will even weigh as both as light as tails.
I had no judgment with her, I swore.
Nor none in mine, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you. Oh, Helena, goddess, new, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall compare thine eyes? Crystal is muddy, or ripe and shown, thy lips, those kissing cherries, tempting growth, that pure congealed white, high tartarus snow, fan with the eastern wind, turns to a crow, when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure wine, the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite, oh, hell, I see you're bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but must you join in souls to mock me too? You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes. With your derision, none of noble sort. Poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius, be not so, for you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part, and yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone.
Helen, it is not so.
Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think, it cannot be. No, I perceive that have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived, to bait me with this foul derision, though I alone do feel the injury? I scorn you not, it seemed you scorn me. Have you not set Lysander as in scorn, to follow me, praise my eyes and face, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial? I know not what you mean by this. I do persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink at each other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well, 'tis partly of my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, fair Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent. Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she can entreat, I can compel. Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee, by my life I do, and I swear by that which I would lose for thee, to prove from false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw, and prove it too.
Why have you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love, out, tawny charter, out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
What, should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me, wherefore? Oh, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are you not Lysander? I am as fair as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, since night you left me.
Then I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love. What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him? Fine faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you. Puppet, why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. I am not yet so low that my nails can reach unto thine eyes. I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not harm me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness.
She shall not, though you take up her part.
A foolish heart that here I leave behind.
What, with Lysander?
Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helen, she shall not harm you so.
Oh, why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Out, low. Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hinder knockgrass maid, you bead, you acorn. Lysander, stop it. Speak not of Helena. None shall do it if you did. Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest. Prove who's right. Thine or mine is most in Helena. Foe, nay, I'll go with thee. Cheek by Jove.
You mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands and mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did you not tell me I would know the man by the Athenian garment he had on?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore of and overcast the night. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error of his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight. When they next wake, all this division shall seem but a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair I do thee employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fair lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds so fast. And yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards.
But we are spirits of another sort. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down, up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then, to play the ground.
Lysander, speak again! Thou runaway, thou coward! Speak, in some bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward! What art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bush that thou lookst for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant. Come, thou child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He's defiled to draw his sword on thee.
Then art thou where?
Follow my voice. We'll try no manhood here.
He goes before me and still dares me on. When I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster he did fly, and follow am I in dark uneven way, and he will arrest me. Come thou, gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy great light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Ho, 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 coward! Why comest thou not?
Hey, art thou where now?
Come hither, I am here.
Even, thou mockst me. Thou shalt abide this dear, if ever I thy face by daylight see.
O weary night, O long and tedious night, Abate thy hour, shine comforts from the east. That I be back to Athens by daylight, from these that my poor company detest, and sleep that sometimes shuts a sorrow's eye, steal me awhile from home.
Yet but 3, come one more. 2 of both kinds make up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to drive poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled by the dew and torn by briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest me till the break of day. Heaven's shield Lysander, if they be afraid.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye gentle lover remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known, in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his mare again, and all shall be well.
We'll take about a 10-minute intermission, and don't forget we have some water and chocolates and roses in the lobby.
Come, sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peace Blossom?
Ready?
Scratch my head, Peace Blossom. Where's Cobweb?
Ready?
Cobweb, get you your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle and bring me the honey back. Do not fret yourself too much in the action. I would be loath to have you overflown with the honey bag. Where's mustard seed?
Ready?
Nothing but tell cavalry Cobweb to scratch. I must to the barber's, for methinks I am marvelous hairy about the face, and I am such a tender donkey. If my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What? Wilt thou hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat?
Truly, a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire to a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I had rather have a handful or 2 of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and always away. So doth the woodbine the sweet honeysuckle, gently entwists the female ivy so, and rings the barley fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I do love thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. I then did ask of her her changeling boy, which she straight gave me, and sent a fairy to send him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. But gentle Puck, take off this transformed scalp from off this Athenian swain, that he waking when the other do, may all to Athens, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fruitful vexation of a dream. And all to Athens, back again repair. But first I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud o'er, Cupid's flower, which hast thus force and blessed power. Wake now, Titania, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe in his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off his head, for thou and I are new in amity. We will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance to Duke Theseus' round triumphantly. And there shall the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus in all jollity.
Fairy king, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night's shade, We the glow can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how I came this night. That I sleeping here was found with these mortals on the ground.
My hounds are bred out of Spartan kind, so flewed, so sanded, their heads are hung, with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped like Thessalian bulls, slow in pursuit but matched in mouth like bells, each under each, a cry more tunable, was never hollowed nor cheered with horn, in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear it, but soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep. This Lysander is. This Demetrius is. And Helen, old Nectar's son. I wonder of their being here together.
They must have rose up early to observe the rite of May, hearing our intent, and came here in great solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen, wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends, St. Valentine is past, and again these wood birds but to couple now. Pardon, my lord, I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are bitter rivals. How comes this gentle concord in the world? My lord, my intent was to flee with Hermia hither, where we might without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough, enough. My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me both.
Lord, for Helen told me of their stuff, of this their purpose hither to this world. And I, fury, hither followed them. And Helen fancy following me. But, by good will, I woke not by what power. By some power it is. My love to Hermia, melted as the snow, seems to me now the remembrance of an idol god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. And, my lord, the only love that I have to content with. It's only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But, like in sickness, I did love this food. But, like in health, I did lose my natural taste. Now, I do wish it, long for it, and will evermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately men. Of this discord we are here unknown. Aegeus, I will overbear your will. In the temple, by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. Away to us with Athens, 3 and 3. This couple shall be in great solemnity. We shall hold the feast in great solemnity. Come, my Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eyes, when everything seems double.
So methinks and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me like we sleep, we dream. Do you think that the Duke was here and bid us to follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple. Why then, bear away! Let us go and follow him. And by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me, and I will answer. My next is most fair Pyramus. Hey ho, Peter Quince, Flute the bellows mender, Snout the tinker, Starveling, God's my life, stolen hence prince and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man can tell what. Methought I was, and methought I had. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen. Man's head is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of his dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom, and I will sing it in the latter end of a play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it the more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported. If he come not, then the plan is mine. It goes not for it, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not been in all Athens to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he has simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too, and very far more for a sweet voice.
You may say paragon. A parmar is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there were 2 or 3 lords and ladies more merry. If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day. And the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus. I'll be hanged. He would have deserved it, though. 6 pence a day in Pyramus are nothing.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom, almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders, but ask me not what. For if I tell you, I am no true Athenian. I will tell you everything, right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Meet presently at the palace, every man look o'er his part. For the short and the long is our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out for the lion's claws. And most dear actors eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I do not doubt but to hear them say, "It is a sweet comedy." No more words. Away, go away.
'Tis strange, my Theseus, these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I may never believe these iniquitous fables, nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehend, more than cool reason comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are all of imagination compact. And as imagination bodies forth the forms of things unknown, the poet's pen turns them to shapes and gives to airy nothingness a local habitation and a name. Such tricks has strong imagination, that if it would but apprehend some joy, it comprehends the bringer of that joy.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesses than fancy's images, engrossed something of great constancy. But howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy, may fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what mass, what dances shall we have, to wear away this long age of 3 hours, between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager mirth? What revels are in hand, to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mass, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delay?
Those are brief many sports alike. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
Battle with the centaurs to be sung by an Athenian Enoch to the hall. Well, none of that. I have told my love and glory of the kinsman Hercules. The thrice three muses mourning for the death of learning late deceased in bakery. That is some satire keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical murky, merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is. For Pyramus therein does kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water, with more merry tears, the passion of loud laughter never shed.
And who are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with the same play against the nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see wretchedness or charge in this service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kinder we shall give them thanks for nothing. The sport shall be to take what they mistake.
So please, your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
Goodwill, but that you should think we come not to offend, but to show our simple skill. Consider then, we come not in despite, our true intent is, all for your delight we are not here. The actors are at hand, and by their show you are to know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon his points. He hath wit his prologue like a rough colt. A good moron, my lord, is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath played on his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wonder on to truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus. This beauteous lady is Thisbe certain. This man with line and rough path doth present wall. That vile wall, which through walls chafe, poor souls, they are content to whisper. At the which, let no man to wonder, this man with lanthorn dog and bush of thorns doth present moonshine. And by moonshine's light, Pyramus and Thisbe meet there to lose, to meet at Naner's tomb. This grisly beast, which lion hike by name, to trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did rather scare away, or rather did affright, and as she fled, her mantle did she fall. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, to find his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, where we, with blade, with bloody, blameful blade, his dagger drew, and died. And Thisbe tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew, and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and look at lover's course, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No remedy, my lord. This is the wittiest part that ever I hit. This course.
In the same interlude, it doth befall that I, once now by name, present a wall. On such a wall as I would have you think, have in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the fearful lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper often very secretly. This lone, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that on that same wall the truth is so. And this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
You desire lime and hair to speak better?
No remedy, my lord. The walls are so willful to hear without warning.
Here comes Pyramus. Silence.
Oh, grim-looked night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night which ever art when day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisby's promises forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisby do I see. Oh, wicked wall through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisby's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair appearance and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love thou art, my love I think,
I am thy lover's grace, and like the mender am my trusty still.
and I like Helen to the fates me kill.
Not Cephalus to Procris was so true.
As Cephalus to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole, not your lips at all.
Oh, meet me at Niddy's tomb straightway.
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Now the wall will leave. Here come two noble beasts, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here when lion, rough and wildest rage, doth roar! But know that I once snug the joiner am a lion fell, nor else no lion stand. For if I should as lion come and strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A gentle beast of good conscience.
The very best set of beasts, my lord. This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion. His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. Let us leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horn moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head. He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within their circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horn moon present. Myself the man is the moon, do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. How is it else that the man I the moon?
Proceed, moon.
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon. I, the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
For all these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon. But silence! Here comes Thisby.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well, quiet! Well, run, Thisby!
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines into good race.
Well, now, lion.
And so the lion vanished.
Then came Pyramus.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright.
For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, oh spite, that mark poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, O dear, thy mantle good, what, stained with blood?
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, outsword and wound the pap of Pyramus. I that left pap, where heart doth hop. Thus die I, thus. Now I am dead. Die.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover.
She'll find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Asleep, my love? What dead, my dove? O little Pyramus, arise. Speak, quite dumb, dead, a tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These my lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Come, trusty sword, thy braid my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends, thus Thisbe ends. Adieu.
Moonshine and lion are left to bury the dead.
I am wall too.
No, assure you, the wall is now that part of their fathers. Will it please you to see the epilogue, or to hear a burgomaster dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse. Now calm down. This night, the papal gross play hath well beguiled. Lovers to bed, for it is almost lovers to bed, sweet friends to bed.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon. Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping wide. Every one that's forth their sprite, and to the churchway path do glide. And we fairies that do run from the presence of the sun. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house give gathering light, by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and every sprite hop as light as bird from briar. And this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place.
till the break of day. Through the house each fairy stray, and to the breast-bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue there create, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber blessed, through this palace of sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed, ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you had but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle peace, no more yielding than a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And, as I'm an honest pup, if we have unearned blood, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the pup a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
To introduce real quick. It took an army of volunteers to help put this together, so we'd like to thank all the moms for bringing us food and water this week, snacks, and all the stuff that they did, and carpool. And Shannon Radigan is our volunteer coordinator at school, and she put all that together for us, and we really appreciate her. And on the board tonight, we have Austin Meir is a sound designer, and Austin was also our student director, and he helped once a week with us. We practiced twice a week, and he was able to help us once a week, and he's a senior this year, and that was a really great experience for us to spend time with him. And of course, he's my son, so that was awesome. And my husband was running the sound effects tonight, Gary Meir. My friend Joyce Beanie on lights. My youngest son is in the booth running the PowerPoint, all the slides that you saw on the background. We can't see him, he's hiding in the booth. His name is Sterling Meir. And we have a saying at our house, when mom volunteers, everybody volunteers. So my mother actually helped make part of the costumes. My mother, Davine DeArmond, is back there in the back. And just one more quick reminder that we have those CDs and DVDs available in the lobby. And we're going to stay here so you can come up and greet your favorite actors and actresses. Yeah, I already told them that. So thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you being here.
Birthday!
Mrs. Mir is doing. We love her hard work. We love her just participating with us. And we want to thank her for such a good year of acting. Let's give her a round of applause.